Hi, class. My name is Gabriela Zamora, and I will be going over the topic of the human spirit, energy of meaning and purpose. Um, in order to access the energy of the human spirit, one must clarify their priorities and establish rituals in these three categories. The first one would be doing what you enjoy most at work and providing your best efforts. Now, it's important to mention that sometimes what you enjoy doing at work might not always be something that you're good at. The book notes that these two things aren't mutually exclusive. So sometimes achieving success in your workplace might require a bit more energy from you. And the example that the book used was that they took a senior leader and asked him what he hated and what he enjoyed doing the most at work. The leader discovered that he hated reading and summarizing detailed reports, but that he loved brainstorming new strategies. So the rituals that he imposed were that he gave the task of summarizing and reading reports to somebody else who actually enjoyed doing them and who was good at delegating numbers. He also established meetings every other week that were 90 minutes long, in which he would come together with other creative people from his team in order to come up with strategies. The second point is devoting your time and energy to work, family, health, and services to others. So an example of this could be someone who is swamped with work or schoolwork, and they have a value of spending time with their family. That's one thing that they prioritize. So what you could do, or what they can do, is set aside a certain amount of hours in which they can, forget about the schoolwork and forget about work and just shift their focus onto their family and value them for a certain amount of time. The last category would be practicing core values in everyday behavior. The book mentions that instead of listing your core values, you can ask yourself, what are qualities that you find most off-putting when you see them in others? By figuring out what you dislike, you are also unintentionally discovering what you stand for. So an example of this could be maybe you hate when other people are rude, or when rudeness is shown. This would probably mean that you value the respect that you have most for others and the consideration that you have for others. By acknowledging these categories and implementing these rituals, you are making great progress towards a feeling of satisfaction, well-being, and alignment, not only in your personal life but also your work life. The second slide that I have on this PowerPoint is basically things that you would ask yourself, or something that you would agree or disagree with, in which you can tell or notice whether or not you're heading for a crisis. And all of these have to deal with human spirit energy. So the first one is, I don't spend enough time at work doing what I enjoy the most. The second one would be, there are significant gaps between what I say is most important to me in my life and how I actually allocate my time and energy. The third one would be, the decisions I make at work are influenced by external demands than by a strong, clear sense of purpose. And lastly, do you invest enough time and energy in making a positive difference to others or to the world? That is all I have for my slides. Thank you.